They say forests hide more than animals and shadows. They say the deeper you go, the stranger things become. Aaron Miller never believed those stories. He was a ranger, a man of rules and reason, square-jawed with weathered skin and eyes that always measured the horizon. He kept his boots polished, his maps folded with care, his radio checked 3 times before every patrol. Discipline was his shield, routine his armor. To him, the woods were just trails to patrol, fires to prevent, people to protect. But the forest has patience. It waits for those who think they know it best. Last fall, when hikers began to vanish without a trace, Aaron volunteered to go deeper than anyone else had dared. It was supposed to be a search. It became something else entirely. Aaron packed lightly, but carefully. A patched tent, a dented canteen, rations wrapped in wax paper, and his radio, once his father's. He told himself it was just another patrol, only longer. But by the second day, the forest began to change. Trails twisted unnaturally. Trees leaned close, branches clawing the path. And the silence. No birds, no insects, not a sound. Only the crunch of his boots. Shadows stretched and bent, as if the forest itself was watching. Every pause pressed against his chest, the air heavy, almost suffocating. On the 3rd morning, Aaron awoke to find a spiral carved into the trunk beside his tent. What the hell? No footprints, no signs of life, only sap, wet and sticky, glistening unnaturally in the dawn light. His hands trembled as he touched it. Something had been awake while he slept. That night, as he lay in his tent, every sound became sharper, crueler. The flap rustled like breath, the snap of twigs like bone breaking. Then, a slow scrape brushed against the canvas. His heart pounded. Who's there? We see you. Silence. He clamped a hand over his mouth, chest heaving, sweat dripping down his spine. He told himself it was the wind, just the wind. But deep inside, he knew better. By dawn, the forest looked normal again. The mist hung low, almost silver. Birds called faintly in the distance. He wanted to believe it had all been in his head. But every shadow twitched at the edge of his vision. Every branch leaned closer when he wasn't looking. He remembered stories told by older rangers of places where compasses spun wild, where maps folded in on themselves. He had laughed once. He wasn't laughing now. That nightfall, a glow shimmered ahead. Smoke, fire. Aaron crept forward. The trees seemed to bend toward him, blocking the way. Each step made shadows writhe across the ground. Then, the clearing. A massive bonfire roared, flames clawing the sky. figures circled it, cloaked in robes and masks, antlers, skulls. Their voices rose in a guttural chant. The forest takes, the forest keeps, blood for roots, flesh for soil. Aaron gagged, bile in his throat. Oh God, no. A snapping twig. Someone's here. Take him. Aaron ran, frantic footsteps, branches whipping. No, leave me alone. Run, run, he cannot leave. The forest keeps what it is given. He stumbled into a stream, water splashing violently. Paths bent the wrong way. Stones he thought he recognized shifted. Trees closed in. The forest itself herded him. Then a ranger marker, a sign of safety. Hope surged until he saw the spirals carved deep into it. At its base, a human skull with hair still clinging to bone. Torches flared behind him. Voices closed in. Bring him to the fire! Aaron sprinted, lungs burning, arms torn bloody by branches. Through the trees, metal, a fence, the edge of the district. Help! He hurled himself over, slammed to the dirt road, coughing, choking. The heat died behind him. Dozens of masked figures stood at the tree line, torches blazing. None crossed. One raised a hand, drew a spiral in the air. We will wait. And one by one, they vanished into the forest. Aaron lay trembling, broken, mud-soaked. When other rangers found him, he could barely speak. His eyes were bloodshot, his body shaking as if the forest still clung to his skin. The forest, it's theirs now. He never returned. He never spoke of it again. But at night, he still hears the chanting. Blood for roots, flesh for soil. And deep in those woods, the fire never goes out.